Hey everyone, welcome to Reddit Readout. Today we are checking out Entitled Parents. Story 1. Entitled Aunt makes my grandpa sell his house. I don't know how to exactly write this, as this has been going on for as long as I can remember. I thought about making this post for quite a while, but never knew if it was my place to say. I decided to create this account so that my cousin C doesn't see this, since she knows about my normal Reddit account. And sorry if there are any grammatical errors as English is not my first language. Some stuff to know the background. I will be talking about me, my aunt, referred to as A in the story, the EP of the story, my cousin, C, my mum, M, and my grandpa, G. And buckle up, because this will be a roller coaster of a ride. The house in question consists of 2 small flats and a garden. The whole house is my grandpa's, nobody else's. My aunt was living at my grandpa's house with her daughter C. They were paying a rent, of sorts. They were paying like a $100 per month, and for my grandpa, that was just not enough, since he was already in retirement, and practically living off of him. A would always tell grandpa that he was being unreasonable for wanting more money, and the fact that he was not alone in the house should be enough of a reason to not ask for anything more, her actual words. Later on she started complaining that she cannot change anything around the house since it is not hers, and practically tried to nudge grandpa into rewriting the house to her. She tried that several times, but never succeeded, and eventually would stop asking and would just make changes around the house as she saw fit. Grandpa told her several times that he did not wish for his house to be reconstructed, but he did tell her that she can make changes that could be removable without any damage to the house. Later on, like 3 years later, A remarried, had a baby and stopped talking to G, even though she still lived with her husband in the flat owned by G. She started calling my mum a lot though, like 3x per day, for weeks. A was never the one to beg, but from the first call, we all knew what she wanted. The house, that wasn't ours. It usually went something like this. I don't remember the exact details as it was in fact 3 years ago. Hey Em, I know we don't talk that much, but as you might know, I had a child recently and I wanted to ask you if you would be such a sweetheart and give up your part of the house to me, so me and my family could finally live somewhere for real. M, are you talking about the house that is not mine? We've talked about this. I cannot sell you what is not mine, and if Dad doesn't want to sell it to you, then I have no idea why you are talking to me. Well, you didn't have to be such a B-word about it. I've never done anything bad to you. And then she would proceed to cuss my mum out for basically not selling her GS house. And after that she would stop talking to everyone and do her own stuff. And after that she bought her own house. Problem solved, right? Wrong, super wrong. Remember C? A didn't want her to move in with her and her new family, but since C was 16 at the time, she had the brilliant idea that she would just stay at G's place. When G said that he wishes to give the flat to my mum, I was already in college, so she was basically living alone, for rent, and wants C to live with A, her bloody mum. She basically blew a fuse, cussed him out, and said that she has been living in that house for the past 15 years and that it was basically hers and that he just can't do this to her. So G agreed that C can live there until she moves to college. Fair enough, college would be in like 2 years, so my mum didn't make a big deal out of it, and yes, G was the one who asked my mum if she would like to move there, since A is moving. And now we are in the present. C got into college and found a flat already, nice. So M packed her bags and got ready to move to G's place, until A told her that she does not wish to do that and that she will have to pay her for the flat and the changes, that G said she can't do, because even though the flat is not hers, she still paid a lot of money to renovate it and she should be compensated. My mum refused, and pointed out again, that the flat is not hers and she will not pay her a cent for it. But G, since he wanted to have contact with his grandchild, that was living with A, the small baby that is now 3, and yes, she cut contact before, just because G said no to her or she didn't agree with something he refused to do for her for free, said that M has to wait a little bit longer. But A didn't like that, because it would mean that the house would truly never be hers, so she threw a fit, saying it is just not fair and that nobody should be in the house if it's not hers. Today G said to us that A cut him off from herself and therefore her kid as well, and so he said he will sell the house in October if A will not resolve the conflict between herself and M. I am sad for my grandpa, as well as sad for my mum, who will probably never get to live in her childhood house thanks to my entitled aunt. I don't know what can we even do in this situation. Does anyone have any suggestions? Story 2. How to tell my mother to stop putting work onto me. Hi everyone. To start off, my mother, 52F, and I, 20F, have been through a lot together with the separation of my father. He was a narcissist and generally emotionally unstable, and we were his mode of taking his anger out. Generally not a fun person to be around. A couple of months ago they divorced, and with my father being the breadwinner of the house, my mother thought we would have to leave to move into a cheaper house but was able to swing the bills with the job she has that makes 3x less the amount of money my father has. Money is generally low, but she still makes it work. As the eldest daughter I feel obligated to step up, and I have since my brother was born. I graduated high school a year early, got accepted straight into a university and am almost done with finishing my pre-nursing requisites. I work full-time and have a decent car that I pay a loan for. What I'm trying to say is that I feel like I have a lot on my plate. I still live at home and have been trying to move out because since the divorce, my mom has gotten back into dating and she's met a guy. This week alone, she's been at his house for 5 days and I have been with my siblings taking care of them. She does this to me a lot, and I expressed to her over Memorial Day weekend that I didn't want to keep doing this because I feel like a lot of my own time is spent with them. I feel guilty for my dad's emotional absence, and I feel obligated to step up. It's honestly taken a toll on me mentally and I am just exhausted. I've always felt this way and now am coming to be more aware of it. I feel like my mother is so wound up in her relationship she just pushes the slack she doesn't put forth onto me, and it doesn't feel fair at all. When I told her I felt like she's asking too much of me, she immediately downplayed it and just totally dismissed my feelings, then said that she needs time to unravel too. I understand where she's coming from and can sympathize because their entire marriage, it was not a good one, was my entire life. I witnessed everything unwillingly. How do I go about this? I'm at a loss. Edit, typos. Update, hey everyone. I really wasn't expecting this post to get the traction that it did, and I have been reading everyone's. Story 3. M demands her daughter gets to ride my horse. Didn't think I would post here again, but here we are. I have horses, one specific who is a shire and is a big boy, very dangerous, scared of kids. I only allow myself, my trainer and my best friend to ride him, cause I know they are experienced and they can somewhat handle him, but he is more safe with me. I have a rule that they can ride him only if a first aid kit is close by with a trainer or a person who can do first aid, safety vest and helmet is required, and you have to build proper trust with my horse. His name is Melon BTW, so I'm really strict and picky about who gets to ride him, not only because he is big, but he can be straight up dangerous and can kill people. Now, the other day me and my trainer were going on a trip. I was on Melon and she was on another horse of mine, Winnie. We were on a popular hiking trail, as the stable is located on a mountain, when we came across a mother with her daughter who looked to be 11. The daughter said something to her mother, then she came running over to Winnie. Winnie loves kids, but she is a horse and can get spooked by sudden movements such as running, so she jolted a bit, which scared the kid. Then the kid came over to Melon, and I immediately told her Melon is not friendly. That's when the devil herself came over. Excuse me, my daughter really wants to ride that horse, I know her owner, she was talking about Melon. Me, it's a he, and I'm the owner and I can't let her ride for safety reasons. It's fine, we can go back to the stable and get her a helmet. Me, sorry, he is a private and he is not friendly with strangers, especially kids. What about that one pointing to Winnie? Trainer, no, she is also a private. But my daughter wants to ride, she is really good. Me, maybe she is, but this horse is big, falling will really hurt her and he can stomp on her too, and Winnie doesn't even have a saddle on, your daughter can easily fall off, I'm sorry but your daughter cannot ride them. You're just making up things cause you don't want to share. Trainer, even if it was made up, OP is saying no, you have to respect his decision. But he's riding it. Me, yeah, cause I own them, they are my private horses. Trainer, we aren't going to waste more time here, miss, the answer is no, it's not going to change the more you ask, we will be going on our merry way. After that we left, but it's not over cause we came back to the stable about an hour later, and guess who is by the outdoor arena by the trail? Yup, now that you're back, can we use them now? Trainer, ma'am, no, the horses are tired, they aren't for lessons or anything, OP owns them, OP said no. But why? Me, even I have fallen off my horse, I can tell you it hurts, I have a scar after surgery because he broke my leg. Then why do you have him? Me, because he is still my horse, I have a bond with him now, and even now he can buck me off. Then daughter can build a bond with him. Me, that can months, maybe years, and my answer will still be no cause I don't know your daughter's riding abilities. Just let her ride. After that my trainer told me to just go untack the horses, and she'll handle the lady. Trainer came in maybe 5 minutes later, getting the lady away after threatening to call the police for harassment. If someone says you can't ride their horse, stop asking please. Story 4. My sister-in-law thinks she's the best. Alright, I need someone to tell me I'm not crazy here. For some context, my husband and I live with my parents, and my brother and his wife and their 2, almost 3, kids. Sil is pregnant. My brother works as a police officer, so his wife is left home with the kids a lot. Now, everybody but her works outside the home. She used to cook dinner a lot, but then she got angry that no one was pitching in to help, then started cooking dinner again out of nowhere. Now that she's pregnant, I don't think she has cooked a meal, until the other night, for a week or 2. No big deal, but it just seems like she keeps going back and forth on what she wants. Next big thing, the kids. I can't even begin to tell you the number of times she has put the kids in the bathtub, 2 and 4 years old, and then come downstairs to do something. Yes, while the kids are still in the tub. Everyone has said something to her because we don't want the kids to drown obviously, but she just doesn't seem to care. She has also taken the older one to the library, about a 7-minute drive into town from our house, and led the younger one asleep in her room. I asked her about it one time when she just up and left while the baby was still sleeping, and the response I got was basically, I can see her on the baby monitor. It's fine. There have been so many times where both my brother and Sil have just walked away from the kids and went to do something else. And my brother is on his phone all the time. Never even really looking at the kids. Just ignores them. It's so incredibly frustrating. Granted, they have been slowly getting better, but given that they automatically blame the older one for just about everything, and praise the little one no matter what, it's hard to sit on the sidelines. My Sil also. That's all for today. Please don't forget to like and subscribe.